just feel like this pink is just absolutely to die for. But look at those lumpy handles. This is just like, it's hideous. Dirty old Speedy bag. See, this is what I just don't like about this collection. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Let's talk about the men's Louis Vuitton for 2024 show. This is Pharrell's third show, I believe. He had like a surfer vibe show recently as well. And yeah, I don't know if many people talked about that one, but I feel like this particular collection is getting a little bit more hype because it's more of a main fashion show. There are a few colorful Speedies in this runway show that I feel like are actually going to be quite popular despite the price that they may be. Now, in the first Louis Vuitton runway show, we saw a lot of colorful Speedies in more primary colors. Oh, well, there was a green and there was yellow, blue, red, more of the typical colors you see. And, well, these leather Speedies were priced quite high, between like 15,000 and 19,000 Australian dollars. I just remember seeing the price and just being like, wow, that is crazy. And they were marketed as being very limited, and you know, it's Pharrell's first show, so they're collector's pieces. Not to mention that Pharrell also designed a $1 million Speedy in crocodile leather. And in this next show that I'm going to talk about, guys, there are a lot of very interesting Speedies as well in these beautiful colors. Now, this second drop of colorful Speedies is, in my opinion, a lot prettier. The first Speedy that I think is quite stunning is this turquoise color, which is very reminiscent of this show because it's Western theme. And I noticed a lot of the buttons on the jackets and the shirt had turquoise buttons. And if you want my opinion about the whole show, guys, well, I would just say that the whole theme of the show was a bit costumey. I don't think any of the ideas were that revolutionary, or also don't think the outfits looked that, like, some of the outfits were actually quite ugly. It's like the racing car jacket and some of those cowboy boots and pants and the belts and the hats. They're not my personal style, and I don't think that it was very fashion forward, but you know, it was a very strong theme at the start. Towards the end of the fashion show, it got a little bit messy. You know, Pharrell, he always has a lot of random ideas, like the Minecraft came back again, and yeah, then there was like guys in tracksuits. It was a bit much for me, even for me, you know, guys, I like my bag charms and crazy crap, but yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the overall vibe of the show. However, some of the bags I can see being quite popular. So anyways, the turquoise Speedy, it kind of fit into this collection, you know, because there were a lot of like brown tones and Western vibe. Yeah, but yeah, this Speedy, it looked quite good, and it just goes to show that maybe Louis Vuitton is experimenting with these new sorts of calfskin or new ways of dyeing calfskin, because the reason why I personally love Hermes is because they are so good at doing colors. Most of my Hermes bags are quite colorful, you know, I quite like the saturation that they can make for their leathers. Like this rose extreme pink is so pink, and you're seeing in these newer Speedies, they do seem a lot more vibrant than the typical Speedy in epi or empreinte leather. Like, they are using leathers that seem of higher quality, and that's how they can get that very beautiful color effect. Now, the actual bag, like the way that they've painted the Louis Vuitton logos on it, it kind of does, yeah, it does interfere with the colour, but I guess it makes it more Louis Vuitton. So yeah, this Speedy, it is quite pretty, and with the vachetta leather, I really think that this colour combination is quite striking. There was also this gorgeous shade of pink in a Speedy, which I'm sure a lot of Louis Vuitton lovers would love. I just feel like this pink is just absolutely to die for. And then there was also a purple colorway. So these are like shades that you don't always see. I mean, you see Chanel sometimes doing this purple. I remember they did a purple like this a few years back, but for Louis Vuitton, it's not common. So yeah, I do think that these colorways for the colorful Speedies are a lot prettier than the previous one. Some sneaks I saw on Matt D74's Instagram. Okay, there has been a few Ostrich Speedies, and as I said before, Pharrell made a $1 million Speedy in alligator, which had diamonds on the lock and all that. These Ostrich ones, guys, in my opinion, are quite ugly. Like, they look like warts on the vachetta leather. Like, it's not vachetta, it's ostrich, kind of in a color of vachetta leather. But look at those lumpy handles. Doesn't that just make you feel a little bit grossed out? Because, you know, when Hermes does ostrich, it's usually a little bit more of like a smooth, I don't know if they like polish down the lumps, but this is just like it's hideous. Like, I don't know what it is about this ostrich. Like, sometimes I like ostrich leather, but the way that they've done the ostrich here is just so gross. Like, is it just me, guys? Like, let me know. But look at this Nano Speedy. It's in this really weird shade of yellow that looks almost dirty. And the handles look like they have, like, infection all over them. It is just disgusting. And then there's a purple Speedy. And the lumps just look like, again, like warts or... And the handle is just disgusting. Like, that looks so bad, guys. I don't know. They didn't get it right with the ostrich combination, in my opinion. Like, maybe it's because it has the Louis Vuitton monogram on top of it and is making it look even worse. But they're just doing too much with these, guys. Like, this is just gross. It just looks so much better in the plain leather. I mean, what a difference that makes. Yeah, the ostrich is just ew. And then, oh, there was also this matte crocodile that looked a bit dirty. And it had this Western kind of belt metal hardware attributes to it as well. So I noticed a lot of the bags in this show were made to look dirty and like they'd been in the Wild Wild West or something. It was just such like a cliche collection. It's like somebody thought that the theme would be, yeah, just Western, and it's just very stereotypical Western clothing. But I don't know. It was just like, if you don't like Western vibe, then you're definitely not going to like this collection. But then there was a City Steamer bag, which was actually the first bag ever created by Louis Vuitton, in the ostrich as well. And then you've got this chain hanging from it. And then there was this bag that kind of looked like an iron, and they were kind of holding it down the runway. And it's this very structured bag that I'd never seen before. I'm not sure what the story with this bag is. It's a little bit weird. Also this beige color, which, yeah, it's okay. Bit more neutral. Okay, let's move on to, okay, this bag is a bag that Louis Vuitton has done before in monogram canvas. I actually did a video on it. What was it? It's not the Chantilly bag. Okay, I totally forgot what this bag is called, but they've done it in a leather with all these, like, metal hardware and tassels all over it. I don't know, it looks like something you could definitely get from Etsy, but I'm sure this will cost an absolute fortune. The keep all with like that faded dirty look with the tassel, almost looks like a horse whip or something. I get the vibe, but it doesn't look that good. It's quite disgusting, actually. And then there was a gingham Speedy. Not a huge fan of the gingham. Little trunk bag, and notice that he's using a lot of brushed gold hardware to make it look like antique and give it that whole, like, I guess, Western vibe, as I keep saying. There's a little bucket bag with a drawstring. Oh, this is just disgusting. A cow print Speedy in a pony hair. Yeah. See, this is what I just don't like about this collection. Like, a lot of it is really hideous, but there are some parts of it which are, you know, like those. The only thing that I like is the colourful Speedies, but even this crocodile bag looks like a Chantilly, but I'm not actually sure, with the horseshoe edging. Yeah, not sure. And this Speedy with all the leather and the embossing on it. I don't know, guys. What do you think? It's got a tassel on it. Yeah. Actually, it's not a Speedy. I take that back. It's actually a soft trunk bag. It's okay, I guess. And they had this big gold nugget of a trunk, which they came out with, which, yeah, I think it's kind of supposed to look like a big block of gold or something. And then they were doing these little mini steamer bags as well in the gingham. And then notice the lock on the bag is like really chunky, and it's like kind of like an aged hardware again with the chain. Kind of is a similar vibe to like chrome hearts, I feel, when they use those, like, you know, brushed silver and like those little etchings on the silver. Yeah, it was a bit of a mix of that. And there was this Speedy with the native Indian kind of print on it and the pony hair charms. Interesting, because actually Hermes have used pony hair as charms before as well. So Louis Vuitton have done it here again, and they've added like beads to it. Not sure about it. And then, okay, this is hideous. I just hate the ostrich combination on the Speedy. It looks really ugly. And then there's another soft trunk. This one's a little bit more minimal. Got the Minecraft theme back again. Yeah, not a huge fan. And then there were these kind of keep-all bags with flaps as well, with the black and then all this fringing and all this like embossing. Then, yeah, see what I mean, guys? It's very random. And then you got the Minecraft again. Bag that just looks like he's got like a bit of a trash bag that he's just scrunched up, like a little paper bag or something. Yeah, and then I noticed on some of the bags I had these like oversized luggage tags as well. Yeah, very interesting how he's just squished that. This city steamer, it does look like it's kind of made to look vintage, and then it has like the kind of like a racing car little charm on it. There was like a racing car outfit as well, which was horrible in my opinion. And then a trunk with a shoe inside, looks like a Timberland. Yeah. This keep-all with all the embossing all over it, which you tend to see on like, I don't know, like Western jackets maybe, Western boots. This one is a little bit more, yeah, it kind of looks like a Coach bag to me or something. And then a smaller city steamer, another saggy bag there. This is disgusting. It looks like a dirty old Speedy bag. Oh, what else? Okay, we've got the embroidered bag again. This Speedy in black, I think is made to look like a cowboy boot. And it has like a little bit of like python through it as well. Interesting idea, not my favorite. This is just a bit of a, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. And then this Speedy was actually kind of interesting. It looks like it's made of full vaqueta leather and it has pockets in it. Actually, I think it's actually a keep-all, not a Speedy because of the shape. And then notice all the bag charms. I mean, bag charms are definitely in if you're talking about bag charms, guys. I've seen a lot of, like on the Miu Miu runway show as well, a lot of brands doing these like, kind of like how Jane Birkin wore her Birkin, like putting all these like chains and stickers and bag charms. I think that look is definitely coming back. This bag, which it looks like a city steamer, but it's more of a messenger bag. I watched the fashion show with my boyfriend and he thought this looked like a Gypsy Air bag from Hermes. Yeah, it does look like a Gypsy Air a little bit, I suppose. And you know, Hermes have been doing their Gypsy Air in mini size recently and it is probably gaining popularity again. So the steamer bag also has these like little attributes to it here and the middle lock section, so it is kind of similar. And there are some kind of, sometimes there's like a bit of a crossover with Louis Vuitton and Hermes where they seem kind of similar, but yeah, there's that. Then if you remember with the first fashion show, there was a keep-all with pearls on it, and this time Pharrell has done it with studs. Now, this pearls one cost 64,000 Australian dollars, so I'm not sure if this will be cheaper or more expensive. Okay, again, this really reminds me of Hermes, and I'm sorry I keep comparing them, but this is like a shadow Speedy. So if you guys are familiar with the shadow Birkin, Jean-Paul Gaultier designed this, I think maybe around 2008, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's a Birkin which doesn't have hardware on it or clochette, it's just like the embossed kind of style onto it. And this Speedy, it's, you know, it's a similar idea. It's like a shadow Speedy. So not an original idea, not loving it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a whole lot of mixed match of ideas happening. And then this metallic croco Speedy. This kind of looks like a her bag to me, but yeah, it's not. It's a city steamer and more of a canvasy finish and like a print. It reminds me of like when people paint on their her bags and do all this like artistic kind of creations. And yeah, loved the purple. And if you love turquoise, there's also a turquoise smaller steamer bag. So yeah, that's about all I have to say on that. You know, Pharrell as a designer, I think that the shows are a little bit, I guess it's very commercial, but I also think that a lot of the clothes are quite ugly and not very wearable. I didn't really like the jeans, I didn't really like the shoes, the hats. I did like some of the like grandma looking cardigans. Some of the jackets were interesting, the shirling, but yeah. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this collection. Is anything tempting you? Do you think Pharrell is the best thing that's happened to Louis Vuitton? Let me know, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!